Have you ever felt like the world was trying to tell you something? Those moments when everything just clicks into place, or when you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look. It's like the universe is sending you a secret message, isn't it? Well, guess what? That's exactly what we're diving into today. The fascinating world of divine timing and signs from the universe. Think about it. You're walking down the street, mulling over a big decision, when suddenly you see a billboard with words that seem to speak directly to you. Or maybe you're thinking about calling an old friend, and out of the blue, they send you a text. These aren't just random coincidences. They're part of something bigger, something magical. They're signs from the universe guiding you along your path. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Signs from the universe? That sounds a bit out there. But stick with me, because understanding these signs and the concept of divine timing can completely change the way you see the world. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that suddenly brings everything into focus. You start to see patterns where before there was just chaos. You begin to trust in the flow of life, instead of constantly swimming against the current. And the best part? This isn't some complicated, mystical secret that only a chosen few can understand. It's a language that's available to all of us, if we just learn how to listen. So, are you ready to unlock the hidden messages the universe is sending you? Are you prepared to discover how divine timing could be shaping your life in ways you never imagined? Let's embark on this journey together and uncover the incredible power of cosmic communication. Now, let's talk about divine timing. What exactly is it? Well, imagine life as a giant, cosmic dance. Divine timing is like the rhythm of that dance. It's the idea that everything happens at the perfect moment, even if that moment isn't when we think it should be. Think back to a time when something amazing happened in your life. Maybe you met your soulmate, landed your dream job, or had a life-changing realization. Now, consider this. What if those events had happened a year earlier or a year later? Would they have had the same impact? Probably not. That's divine timing at work. Divine timing is all about trust and patience. It's the understanding that the universe has a plan, and that plan often works out better than anything we could have cooked up ourselves. It's like baking a cake. You can't rush it. Try to take it out of the oven too soon, and you'll end up with a gooey mess. But if you wait until just the right moment, you get a perfect, delicious treat. Now, why does divine timing matter so much? Well, for starters, it takes a huge weight off our shoulders. Instead of stressing about making everything happen right now, we can relax and trust that things will unfold as they should. It's like being in a car with a really good GPS. You don't have to worry about every turn. You just enjoy the ride. But here's where people often get tripped up. They think divine timing means sitting back and doing nothing, waiting for good things to fall into their laps. That's not it at all. Divine timing is more like surfing. You still have to paddle and stand up on the board, but you're working with the waves, not against them. Another common mix-up is thinking that if something doesn't happen right away, it's not meant to be. But divine timing isn't about instant gratification. Sometimes, the universe makes us wait because we're not ready yet. Maybe we need to learn a lesson first, or grow in some way. It's like planting a seed. Just because you can't see anything happening above ground doesn't mean there isn't a whole lot of growth going on beneath the surface. Understanding divine timing can completely change how you approach life. Instead of getting frustrated when things don't go according to your schedule, you start to get curious. You ask yourself, what am I meant to learn from this delay? Or how can I use this time to prepare for what's coming? It turns obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into stepping stones. And here's a real game changer. When you start to trust in divine timing, you become more present in your daily life. Instead of always chasing after the next big thing, you start to appreciate where you are right now. You realize that this moment, right here, is exactly where you're supposed to be. It's a powerful shift that can bring a deep sense of peace and contentment. So, next time you're feeling impatient or discouraged because things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, remember the wisdom of divine timing. Take a deep breath, trust the process, and know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The universe has got your back, and its timing is always perfect. Now that we've talked about divine timing, let's dive into something really exciting: signs from the universe. These are like little cosmic post-it notes, messages that the universe leaves for us to find. And once you start noticing them, you'll be amazed at how often they pop up. So, what do these signs look like? Well, they can show up in all sorts of ways. Numbers are a big one. Have you ever gone through a phase where you keep seeing the same number everywhere? On clocks, license plates, receipts? That's often the universe trying to get your attention. But numbers are just the beginning. Animals can be signs too. Maybe you keep seeing butterflies at important moments, or a certain bird shows up outside your window when you're thinking about a big decision. Songs are another common sign. You know, when the perfect song comes on the radio right when you need to hear it. And then there are the more subtle signs. A book falling off a shelf and opening to exactly the page you needed to read. Or overhearing a stranger say something that directly relates to a question you've been pondering. The universe can get pretty creative with its messaging. Now, here's the key to recognizing these signs. You've got to be open to them. It's like tuning a radio. If you're not on the right frequency, you're going to miss the message. This means staying aware and present in your daily life. It means looking up from your phone once in a while and really noticing what's going on around you. Being open to signs also means trusting your gut. Often, when a sign appears, you'll feel a little tingle of recognition. It's like your soul is nudging you, saying, "Hey, pay attention to this." Don't brush off that feeling. The more you acknowledge it, the stronger it will become. It's also important to remember that signs often show up in patterns. One butterfly probably doesn't mean much, but if you keep seeing butterflies at significant moments, that's worth paying attention to. The universe likes to be clear, so it often sends the same message multiple times in different ways. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but what if I'm just seeing what I want to see? What if I'm making it all up? That's a totally normal concern. Here's the thing. Even if you're not 100% sure if something is a sign, acting as if it is can lead you to some pretty amazing places. It's about being open to the magic and mystery of life. Plus, looking for signs can make your day-to-day life so much more interesting. It's like being on a constant treasure hunt. Suddenly, everything around you has the potential to be meaningful. That boring commute to work? Now it's an opportunity to spot signs. That long wait at the doctor's office? Perfect time to tune into the universe's frequency. And here's a cool thing about signs. They often show up when you need them most. Feeling lost or unsure? That's when you might notice a sign pointing you in the right direction. Doubting yourself? That's when an encouraging sign might appear to boost your confidence. It's like the universe knows exactly what we need and when we need it. But remember, signs are not about getting a yes or no answer to every little question in your life. They're more like gentle nudges, helping to guide you along your path. They're reminders that you're not alone, that there's a bigger picture you might not be seeing yet. So, how can you start recognizing more signs in your life? Start by setting the intention. Tell the universe you're ready to receive its messages. Then, stay alert. Notice the little things that catch your attention throughout the day. Keep a journal of potential signs. Sometimes patterns only become clear when you look back. And most importantly, have fun with it. Seeing signs from the universe isn't meant to be a stressful experience. It's about opening up to the wonder and magic of life. It's about recognizing that we're part of something bigger, something amazing. So, keep your eyes open, trust your intuition, and get ready to start your own cosmic conversation. The universe is talking. Are you ready to listen? Now that we've explored divine timing and signs separately, let's see how these two cosmic forces tango together. It's like they're dance partners, moving in perfect harmony to guide us through life's twists and turns. Think about it this way. Divine timing is like the rhythm of the dance, setting the pace for when things happen in our lives. Signs, on the other hand, are like the dance steps, showing us which way to move next. When these two sync up, that's when the real magic happens. Have you ever noticed how signs often appear just when you need them most? That's not a coincidence. It's divine timing at work. Maybe you're struggling with a big decision, feeling lost and confused. Then, right at that moment, you start seeing signs everywhere pointing you in a certain direction. That's the universe saying, "Hey, now's the time to pay attention." Or think about those times when you've been working towards a goal and suddenly everything starts falling into place. You meet the right people, opportunities pop up out of nowhere, and it feels like the whole world is conspiring to help you succeed. That's divine timing and signs working together, creating a path for you to follow. But here's the really cool part. This cosmic teamwork isn't just about big, life-changing moments. It's happening all the time, in little ways throughout our day. Maybe you're running late for work, stressing about traffic, when suddenly you see a sign that says "breathe" on a passing truck. That's a reminder to trust in divine timing, to know that you'll arrive exactly when you're meant to. Understanding this connection can be incredibly comforting. It reminds us that we're not alone in this journey. The universe is constantly communicating with us, guiding us, and timing things perfectly for our growth and happiness. It's like having a cosmic GPS, always ready to recalculate our route when we need it. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I'm not seeing any signs? What if I feel like I'm stuck in bad timing? Don't worry, that's all part of the process too. Sometimes, the absence of signs is a sign itself. It might mean it's time to pause, to look inward, to prepare for what's coming next. And as for timing, remember, delays are not denials. Just because something isn't happening right now doesn't mean it never will. The key to dancing with divine timing and signs is to stay flexible. Be open to changing direction when the signs point a new way. Trust that even if you can't see the whole path, each step is taking you where you need to go. It's about finding the balance between taking action and allowing things to unfold. So next time you're faced with a challenge or a crossroads in your life, remember this cosmic dance. Look for the signs, trust in the timing, and get ready to move with the rhythm of the universe. You might just find yourself gliding through life with a newfound grace and ease. Now, let's talk about some of the bumps we might encounter on this cosmic journey. Understanding divine timing and signs isn't always a smooth ride. It's more like navigating a maze. There are twists and turns, and sometimes we hit a dead end. But don't worry, that's all part of the adventure. One of the biggest challenges people face is impatience. We live in a world of instant gratification. We want everything now. But divine timing doesn't work that way. It's more like planting a garden. You can't make the flowers bloom faster by yelling at them. All you can do is water them, give them sunlight, and trust in the process. This impatience can lead to doubt. Maybe you've been waiting for something to happen in your life, a new job, a relationship, a big break. And as time goes by without any change, you start to wonder, am I just fooling myself? Is this divine timing thing real? These moments of doubt are totally normal. They're like the universe's pop quizzes, testing our faith and resilience. Another common roadblock is the fear of misinterpreting signs. What if that repeating number you keep seeing isn't a sign from the universe, but just a coincidence? What if you make a big decision based on what you think is a sign, and it turns out to be wrong? This fear can paralyze us, making us second-guess every little thing. And then there's the struggle of trusting the process. It's easy to believe in divine timing when everything's going our way. But what about when life gets tough? When we face setbacks, disappointments, or loss? That's when trusting in a higher plan becomes really challenging. It's like being in the middle of a storm and trying to believe that clear skies are coming. Sometimes, we might feel like we're getting mixed signals. One day, everything seems to be pointing us in one direction. The next day, we get signs that seem to contradict that. It can feel like the universe is playing a cosmic game of ping pong with our lives. And let's not forget about the pressure we put on ourselves. Once we start believing in divine timing and signs, we might feel like we need to get it right all the time. We stress about making the perfect choice, following every sign exactly. But that's not what this journey is about. It's okay to make mistakes, to sometimes misread the signs. That's how we learn and grow. There's also the challenge of balancing action with patience. Divine timing doesn't mean sitting on your couch waiting for good things to happen. But it also doesn't mean frantically chasing after every opportunity. Finding that sweet spot between doing and being can be tricky. And here's a big one: letting go of control. Many of us are used to planning every detail of our lives. The idea of surrendering to divine timing can feel scary. It's like being asked to let go of the steering wheel and trust that the car will still get us where we need to go. Lastly, there's the challenge of explaining this to others. Maybe you've made a decision based on divine timing or a sign you received, and your friends or family just don't get it. They might think you're being irrational or irresponsible. Navigating these conversations while staying true to your path can be tough. But here's the thing. All these challenges are part of the journey. They're not obstacles to overcome, but opportunities to deepen our understanding and strengthen our connection with the universe. Each time we face one of these challenges and push through, we grow. We become more attuned to the cosmic rhythm, more adept at reading the signs. So if you're facing any of these challenges right now, take a deep breath. Remember that it's all part of the process. You're not doing anything wrong. You're learning, growing, and becoming more in sync with the universe every day. Keep going, keep trusting, and keep your eyes open for those signs. The path may not always be clear, but it's always there, waiting for you to discover it. Now, let's talk about something really important: how to trust in divine timing. This is like doing a trust fall with the universe. It can feel scary at first, but once you do it, it's incredibly liberating. First things first, developing trust in divine timing starts with reflection. Think back on your life. Can you remember times when things didn't go as planned, but ended up working out even better than you imagined? Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted, but that led you to an even better opportunity. Or a relationship ended, making space for you to meet your true soulmate. These experiences are like little nudges from the universe, reminding you that sometimes a no is actually redirecting you to a better yes. Patience plays a huge role in trusting divine timing. But let's be real, patience isn't easy. It's like a muscle that needs to be exercised. Start small. Practice patience in little everyday situations, like waiting in line at the grocery store or sitting in traffic. Use these moments to remind yourself that everything happens in its own time. The more you practice patience in small ways, the easier it becomes to be patient with the bigger things in life. Faith is another key ingredient in this trust recipe. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about religious faith, though that can be part of it for some people. I'm talking about faith in the idea that the universe has got your back. It's about believing that even when you can't see the whole picture, things are working out for your highest good. This kind of faith is like a warm, cozy blanket on a cold day. It brings comfort and peace, even in uncertain times. One practical way to build trust in divine timing is to keep a journal. Write down your goals, your dreams, your worries. Then, as time goes by, look back and see how things have unfolded. Often, you'll notice that things worked out in ways you couldn't have predicted, and usually for the better. This practice helps you see the bigger picture and recognize the patterns of divine timing in your life. Another helpful tip is to practice surrendering. This doesn't mean giving up or not taking action. It's more about doing your best and then letting go of the outcome. It's like planting a seed. You do the work of planting it, watering it, giving it sunlight, but then you have to trust the process of nature to make it grow. You can't control when or how the plant will sprout, but you can create the best conditions for growth. Mindfulness is also a powerful tool for trusting in divine timing. When we're constantly worrying about the future or regretting the past, we miss the beauty and guidance of the present moment. Try to stay grounded in the now. Notice the little details of your day. Be fully present in your conversations and activities. This presence allows you to be more aware of the signs and synchronicities happening around you. It's also important to be kind to yourself in this process. There will be days when trusting feels easy and days when it feels impossible. That's okay. Trust is not about being perfect. It's about being willing to keep trying, even when it's hard. Treat yourself with compassion on the tough days. Remember, you're learning a whole new way of moving through the world. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can make a big difference too. Share your experiences with friends who are open to these ideas. Join groups or online communities of like-minded people. Having others who understand and encourage your journey can be incredibly empowering. And here's a fun way to build trust. Make it into a game. Challenge yourself to look for evidence of divine timing in your day. It could be as simple as thinking of someone and then receiving a text from them, or finding the perfect parking spot when you're running late. Celebrate these little wins. They're like winks from the universe, reminding you that it's working in your favor. Lastly, remember that trusting in divine timing is a journey, not a destination. It's something that deepens and evolves over time. Some days you'll feel totally in sync with the universe, and other days you might feel completely lost. That's normal. The key is to keep showing up, keep believing, and keep your heart open to the magic of life. So, are you ready to take that trust fall with the universe? Remember, there's a cosmic safety net just waiting to catch you. Trust in the timing of your life and watch as doors open, paths clear, and miracles unfold in ways you never could have imagined. The universe has got your back. All you need to do is believe it. Now that we've talked about trusting in divine timing, let's dive into the exciting world of interpreting signs from the universe. It's like being a cosmic detective, piecing together clues to understand the bigger picture of your life. First things first, when it comes to interpreting signs, your intuition is your best friend. That little voice inside you, that gut feeling, it's often your direct line to universal wisdom. When you notice something that might be a sign, pause for a moment. How does it make you feel? Does it give you a sense of excitement, peace, or maybe even a little nervous flutter in your stomach? These feelings are often your intuition's way of saying, hey, pay attention to this. But here's the tricky part. Not everything is a sign. If you start seeing every little thing as a message from the universe, you might drive yourself a bit crazy. It's all about finding a balance. A good rule of thumb is to look for patterns. One black cat crossing your path might just be a coincidence. But if you keep seeing black cats at significant moments, that could be the universe trying to tell you something. Context is super important when interpreting signs. A rainbow might generally be seen as a positive sign, but what if you see it right after thinking about a deceased loved one? In that context, it might be a message of comfort or a reminder that your loved one is still with you in spirit. Always consider what's going on in your life when you receive a sign. Numbers are often a common type of sign, but they can be tricky to interpret. While there are general meanings associated with certain numbers, like 111 often being seen as a sign of alignment or new beginnings, the true meaning can be personal to you. Maybe the number 22 always reminds you of your grandmother because it was her favorite number. In that case, seeing 22 repeatedly might be a sign that you need to embody some of her qualities or that she's watching over you. When interpreting signs, it's also important to consider your own beliefs and cultural background. Signs often speak to us in a language we understand. For example, if you're from a culture where owls are seen as wise creatures, seeing an owl might be a sign that you need to tap into your own wisdom. But in another culture, owls might be seen as omens of bad luck. There's no one-size-fits-all interpretation. It's about what resonates with you. Here's a big one. Don't force it. Sometimes, we want so badly for something to be a sign that we twist its meaning to fit what we want to hear. This is where honesty with yourself is crucial. A true sign often feels clear and undeniable, even if its specific meaning isn't immediately obvious. It's also helpful to keep a sign journal. Write down the signs you notice, along with what was happening in your life at the time and how you felt. Over time, you might start to see patterns or connections you hadn't noticed before. Plus, looking back at your journal can be a powerful reminder of how the universe has been guiding you all along. Remember, interpreting signs isn't about getting a clear yes or no answer to every question in your life. It's more about guidance, reassurance, and sometimes a gentle nudge in a certain direction. Signs are often subtle. They're not about taking away your free will, but about helping you make more informed choices. And here's something really important. Don't panic if you feel like you're not seeing any signs. Sometimes, the absence of signs is a sign in itself. It might mean that you're on the right path and don't need any course corrections right now. Or it could be an invitation to trust your own judgment and inner wisdom. Lastly, have fun with it. Interpreting signs from the universe shouldn't be a source of stress. It's about opening yourself up to the magic and mystery of life. It's about recognizing that you're part of something bigger, something wonderful. So keep your eyes open, trust your gut, and enjoy the cosmic conversation. All right, now we're getting to the really exciting part, taking action based on the signs you receive and your trust in divine timing. This is where the rubber meets the road, where all that cosmic wisdom starts to create real change in your life. First off, let's talk about the balance between waiting and acting. Divine timing doesn't mean sitting around twiddling your thumbs, waiting for the perfect moment to fall into your lap. It's more like surfing. You've got to paddle out there and be ready to catch the wave when it comes. The key is to stay active in your own life while remaining open and flexible to the universe's guidance. When you receive a sign that feels significant, take some time to reflect on it. What is this sign telling you? What action, if any, is it suggesting? Sometimes, a sign might be urging you to take a bold step forward. Other times, it might be a message to wait, to prepare, or to look at things from a different angle. It's important to remember that acting on signs doesn't always mean making huge, life-altering decisions. Sometimes, it's about small steps. Maybe you keep seeing signs that remind you of a friend you've lost touch with. The action might be as simple as sending them a text to reconnect. Small actions can often lead to big changes over time. Trust your instincts when it comes to timing. There's a difference between procrastination and divine timing. If you're avoiding action out of fear or laziness, that's procrastination. But if you feel a sense of peace about waiting, even if you're not sure why, that could be divine timing at work. It's like knowing the difference between forcing a door open and waiting for it to unlock on its own. When you do decide to take action based on a sign, approach it with a spirit of curiosity and openness. You might not know exactly where this step will lead you, and that's okay. Think of it as an experiment, an opportunity to learn and grow. Even if things don't turn out exactly as you expected, trust that you're being guided towards something important. It's also crucial to stay grounded as you act on signs and divine timing. While it's exciting to feel in sync with the universe, remember to use your practical wisdom too. If a sign seems to be telling you to quit your job and move to Bali, take a moment to consider the practical implications. The universe guides us, but it also expects us to use our common sense. Don't be afraid to take inspired action. Sometimes, you might feel a strong urge to do something that doesn't seem entirely logical. Maybe you feel called to take a class in a subject you've never studied before, or to reach out to someone you barely know. If this impulse aligns with the signs you've been receiving and feels right in your gut, go for it. Some of life's most amazing opportunities come from these moments of inspired action. Remember, acting on signs and divine timing is a skill that develops over time. You might not always get it right, and that's perfectly okay. Each experience, whether it turns out as you expected or not, is an opportunity to fine-tune your cosmic compass. Be patient with yourself as you learn to navigate this new way of moving through the world. It's also important to stay flexible. Sometimes, you might take action based on a sign, only to receive new signs pointing you in a different direction. That's not a failure. It's part of the journey. The universe might be course-correcting you, or perhaps you needed to take that initial step to be ready for the next phase of your journey. Lastly, celebrate your actions, no matter how small. Each time you act on a sign or trust in divine timing, you're strengthening your connection with the universe. You're saying, I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm ready to co-create my life. That's incredibly powerful. So, are you ready to take the leap? To dance with the universe in this beautiful tango of signs, timing, and inspired action? Remember, you're not alone in this. The universe is your partner, guiding you, supporting you, and cheering you on every step of the way. Trust the signs, honor the timing, and take those beautiful, brave steps forward into the life of your dreams. As we near the end of our cosmic journey, let's talk about something truly magical, the personal growth and transformation that comes from embracing divine timing and signs from the universe. This isn't just about getting what you want or making your life easier, although those are nice perks. It's about becoming the best, most authentic version of yourself. When you start to align with divine timing and pay attention to signs, you'll likely notice some big changes in yourself. For one, you might find yourself becoming more patient. In a world that's all about instant gratification, learning to trust in divine timing helps you develop a deeper sense of patience and peace. You start to understand that good things often take time, and that's okay. You may also notice that you become more present in your daily life. When you're constantly on the lookout for signs, you naturally become more aware of your surroundings. You start to notice the little details, the way the light falls through the leaves, the smile of a stranger passing by, the lyrics of a song playing in the background. This heightened awareness can bring a whole new level of richness to your life. Another beautiful transformation is the development of trust, not just in the universe, but in yourself. As you learn to recognize and act on signs, you're also learning to trust your own intuition. This can lead to a profound sense of self-confidence. You start to realize that you have an inner wisdom that's connected to something greater than yourself. Embracing divine timing often leads to a shift in perspective about challenges and setbacks. Instead of seeing them as failures or bad luck, you start to view them as part of a bigger plan. Maybe that job rejection is actually steering you towards a better opportunity. Maybe that delayed flight is protecting you from something. This shift can bring an incredible sense of peace and resilience in the face of life's ups and downs. You might also find yourself becoming more open-minded and flexible. When you're tuned into signs and divine timing, you have to be ready to change course at any moment. This flexibility can spill over into all areas of your life, making you more adaptable and resilient in the face of change. One of the most profound changes many people experience is a deepening sense of connection to themselves, to others, and to the world around them. When you start to see the world as a web of meaningful connections and synchronicities, it fosters a sense of belonging and purpose. You realize that you're not just a passive observer of life, but an active co-creator with the universe. This journey can also lead to a greater sense of gratitude. When you start to see everything as part of a divine plan, it's easier to appreciate all the little things in life. Even challenges become opportunities for growth and learning. This attitude of gratitude can significantly boost your overall happiness and well-being. Many people find that aligning with divine timing helps them let go of control. And here's the paradox. When you stop trying to control everything, you often end up feeling more in control. It's like you're no longer fighting against the current of life, but flowing with it. This can bring an immense sense of freedom and peace. You might also notice changes in your relationships. As you become more attuned to the universe, you might find yourself attracting people who are on a similar wavelength. Your existing relationships might deepen as you bring more presence, patience, and understanding to your interactions. Perhaps most importantly, this journey can lead you to a deeper understanding of your life's purpose. As you follow the breadcrumbs of signs and synchronicities, you often find yourself being guided towards your true calling. It's like the universe is helping you uncover the unique gifts you're meant to share with the world. Remember, this transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey with its own ups and downs. There will be days when you feel completely in sync with the universe, and days when you feel lost and confused. That's all part of the process. Each experience, whether it feels good or bad in the moment, is an opportunity for growth. The key is to stay open, stay curious, and keep showing up for this cosmic dance. Trust that each step is taking you closer to becoming the person you're meant to be. Embrace the changes, celebrate the growth, and know that you're on a beautiful journey of becoming. So, are you ready to step into this transformative journey? To open yourself up to the guidance of the universe and become the brightest, truest version of yourself? Remember, the universe is always ready to dance with you. All you need to do is take that first step, stay open to the signs, and trust in the perfect timing of your life. Your cosmic adventure awaits. As we wrap up our exploration of divine timing and signs from the universe, take a moment to reflect on how far we've come. We've journeyed through the intricacies of cosmic communication, navigated the challenges of trusting in divine timing, and discovered how to act on the guidance we receive. Remember, this isn't just about understanding some mystical concept. It's about transforming your life. It's about stepping into a way of living that's more aligned, more purposeful, and more magical than you ever thought possible. By embracing divine timing, you're choosing to trust in something bigger than yourself. You're acknowledging that there's a rhythm to life, a cosmic dance that's always inviting you to join in. And by learning to recognize and interpret signs from the universe, you're opening yourself up to a constant stream of guidance and support. But here's the most important thing to remember. This journey is uniquely yours. The way you experience divine timing, the signs that speak to you, the actions you're inspired to take, these will all be personal to you. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to cosmic communication. So, as you step forward from here, stay curious. Keep your eyes, ears, and heart open to the messages the universe is sending you. Trust your intuition, but also stay grounded in practical wisdom. Be patient with the process, but don't be afraid to take inspired action when it feels right. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. The universe is always there, ready to guide you, support you, and sometimes gently nudge you in the right direction. Trust in its timing, listen to its signs, and know that you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. And most importantly, enjoy the journey. Life is meant to be lived, not just endured. When you're in tune with divine timing and open to signs from the universe, every day becomes an adventure, every moment an opportunity for growth and magic. So, are you ready to fully embrace your cosmic journey? To dance with the universe? To co-create your life in harmony with divine timing? The stage is set, the music is playing, and the universe is extending its hand to you. All you need to do is take that first step, trust in the rhythm, and let the cosmic dance begin. Your extraordinary journey awaits.